Halo Infinite has to be the most wonderfully broken game out there currently. I'm not gonna lie, 343 did an amazing job. The mechanic, the systems, and even how the game plays, it's so smooth and so much fun. I mean, there's some occasional moments where you see some weird bullet magnetism and hitboxes, but it's really fun, and it even feels like an improvement on the old Halo formula, which is actually really good. And I mean, seriously, I mean, the intros in this game, I mean, look at them! Look at them, my boy! There's only a slight problem, and I know everyone's probably talked about it enough. Of, I know everyone's probably talked about it a lot, and it's just kind of disheartening to think that it's still there. You know, Halo has fallen to the modern day gaming issue of launching broken almost, and unfortunately, being a beta currently, it's understandable. It's just so close to launch. I don't know, and you can see it like in the gameplay. It's actually really fun. You can go get your friends and you can sit down and play this game nonstop, maybe even for hours. But the only problem is it starts to become a grind, and I think that is the most debilitating aspect of the game. Like the battle pass. Seriously, that is, oh god, the battle pass is absolutely atrocious. Like 2000 matches in order to complete one season? I mean, this was when I was also playing with 50 XP per round. I've heard it's improved, and 343 has been listening to our feedback and saying that they will do improvements. However, it's only 100 XP, and I know for some that's like a woohoo 100 XP. Oh my god, yes! But it's still 1,000 matches, guys, and that's to complete one season. And not to mention the challenges, they're god awful. I'm not gonna lie, they're not new player friendly, and they do feel like a grind. They even change your playstyle. I had literally numerous challenges making me use certain weapons that I just didn't want to use. Like for Fiesta, you're supposed to just go all crazy. You don't have to specifically use the Mangler or the rocket launcher in order to do certain tasks. But the most annoying challenge that you will ever encounter in this whole Samurai Temurai event was getting the 5 kills and 1 life in Fiesta. You know, the game mode where everyone's running around with rocket launchers, gravity hammers, and just smacking each other for funsies. I'm not gonna lie, it's stressful because to only unlock that Willow Tree skin, which thank God I was finally able to, it took me like 2 hours, and this is just the worst part is this is literally just like the game before launch. Like I understand, you know, being a game developer is not easy, and I'm not bashing 343 for what it's done. It's an absolute marvel that this game was able to launch the way it did, and even I can see it with the mechanics and coding. Like for anyone that honestly thinks it's easy or to launch a game without bugs, I understand, and it's understandable. It just sucks. I'm not gonna lie, because the games used to launch with the full package. Like launch day was the only day where you had to get your stuff together. There was no way you could launch a game with bugs, or else that was it. There was no day one patches. There was no, you know, like, and it sucks because this game is actually wonderful. I've had a blast playing Halo Infinite, and me and Owned have been going back and forth on it. It's amazing to see how much the game feels. It's fun. You get lost in it, and it feels like a genuine improvement from the older Halo games without sacrificing what it was, like its identity. You know, like Battlefield 2042 launched. It launched, but it was a mess. Halo Infinite doesn't have that problem. It's got the core mechanics down. It's got the gameplay down. It's got the feel down. It feels like a genuine Halo game, from the music to the menus to even the combat. The worst part of it, though, is again the microtransactions. I'm not going to lie. You look into the shop, and a majority of the stuff on the Battle Pass, it's all available on the store for $20. And people are actually buying it, which is kind of sad. I'm not going to lie. I don't know why you would shell out $20 for a live service game, which again could have a sequel, because I guarantee you, I have a feeling that this game is going to end on a cliffhanger. It's just, yeah, it's going to end on a cliffhanger, and people will have to just realize that they have to buy the next game that's going to come out. And that could be within 3 or 4 years down the line. This game was delayed for like an additional 2 or 3 years, guys. It shouldn't be launching in the state. It shouldn't have these problems. And I don't want to make this whole video a complete rant, because I do want to talk about what I love about this game. And Halo Infinite is honestly really fun. Sure, there's not a lot of maps, but the gameplay is solid. The guns feel great. The weapons feel amazing. The combat itself is so much fun. You could do ridiculous stuff. Like, I literally threw a fusion coil at 2 players that just popped out of nowhere just to see how much damage it would do. I wasn't expecting to actually kill one of the other players. And you could do goofy takedowns like that. You can use the grappling hook and charge at someone. You could literally use the repulsor and do a double jump before you gravity hammer someone. That is honestly fun. And everyone is having a blast. You can do whatever you want. Even people teabagging you, it's all a joke now. Like, you don't take the game as seriously as before, you know? But it just sucks, because every time that you load up the game, there might be occasional crashes here and there. Like, I didn't suffer too many, but a lot of our PC plays actually did freeze and stutter occasionally, which is okay. It's normal. Like, you know, we still thought the game was still in beta phase, and that's fine. It's really good. Like, guys, I'm serious. You could sit down, play this with your friends. I mean, and there's no couch co-op, but 343 did announce that they were planning on launching it with couch co-op a little bit later, 6 months down the line, and I'm excited for that. I really want to sit down and do that, and I can wait. I don't mind. You know, it should have been a launch feature. I'm going to state that. It should have been a launch feature, but unfortunately the game is launching the way it is. And, you know, maybe it being a free-to-play was kind of the excuse that they used, and the only reason why I say excuse is because the game's on Game Pass, so you have to really knock it out of the park for that one, you know. And I understand that takes a lot of money away from the game, especially on Game Pass, but this game, it's great, but it just, you feel it too when you're playing this video game. You literally feel, like, when you play Halo Infinite, you feel that it's a wonderful game, but then the monetization comes in and it just, like, nails you, man. And that's the worst part. It's so much fun, but then once you finish a match and you just see that XP bar just go and only move up like a few centimeters, it's honestly sad. And I'm not gonna lie, it's a genuine crime for the free-to-play players. Literally making me do 5 kills in 1 life in Fiesta, like, that's rough. I know I'm not a pro Halo player. You can see it in the gameplay that we have here. And I like casually playing this game. I like just sitting down. I don't want to feel like I have to sweat or grind in order to get the armors that I want. The recon helmet in the game is locked behind a paywall. Do you know how insane that is? And that helmet has been in every single Halo game. Like, it's a little daunting. And I'm not going to lie to you, it's sad. The worst part is 343 knew that they were going to launch the game in this state and that they were going to improve upon it. But that's still no excuse, because the core features that you had in the game are now completely stripped away. Armor customization was a huge aspect of the game. You can't even earn enough points to get to the next season or the next battle pass. Like Call of Duty, you can do that. But in Halo Infinite, there is no currency. You can only buy the microtransaction with real money. And that is honestly scary, because there is a lot of people that are actually purchasing all the armors, spending actual cash on it, which I understand. It's your wallet. That's fine. But this is a genuine blatant rip-off. Like, if you look at the store, you can actually see how much stuff is literally sitting behind there that you can't access because you have not paid for it. It's just genuinely sad. I don't know. This is the first time we're doing a video like this, so forgive me if it's edited weird or looks a little strange, but I'm passionate about Halo. We all are. Like, we're all Halo fans too. We all played the game when we were younger, so it's sad because we all love this Halo. It's not Halo 5. It's definitely not Halo 5, but dear God, it feels like a genuine, it feels like Halo 3's launch, where it was great, it was fun, everyone was goofing off, feeling good, and then it just the microtransactions are so broken, man. They really destroy it. They really do. I hope 343 can get it together. I know that they're doing a lot. You know what? They actually, with the delays, the numerous change in management, and the number of people coming in and out of the company during that time, it's understandable with how much struggles that they had to deal with. I'm just really hoping that the game gets better as it progresses. That we have a Battlefront situation where Star Wars just launched as like a complete mess with egregious microtransactions, but over time they heard player feedback and were forced to by Disney in order to change it. I'm just hoping Xbox can kind of do the same, because 343, you guys are amazing. It's just, you launched an amazing game. It's just marred by this horrible battle pass, like a horrendous battle pass. And I don't know. It's a monetization scheme. They need to make money. So I feel like they're just going to give us little bits here and there, acknowledging and knowing that they've stripped a majority of the game's features behind a paywall. And sure, it's not game changing. It's not going to alter how much damage you do and stuff like that. But for Halo fans, we all know our armor was our Spartan. Like, it's part of your character identity. It's also a fun customization feature that was in every single game, you know? So it's a little upsetting. I just think because I feel like Halo Infinite will be a masterpiece. I feel like it can be. It's just this monetization system is so egregious that it might actually make it lose like 3 points or even stop players from playing it. And even launch content, where's SWAT, the other game modes that were supposed to come in? I heard now that 343 is planning to launch them a little bit later in the month, but those were in-game core features. You can just adjust the settings and sliders in a custom game, if the custom games, of course, can run. But you could just adjust the settings and you'll be able to play those game modes or recreate those game modes. I just don't get why 343 hasn't been able to do that. It just feels like an empty game with full of promise. The core features are so good. They're good. Like, man, it feels fun. You can just goof off, do whatever you want, not panic about like sweat and stuff. There's occasional sweaty players, of course, but it's not bad in this game. And there's no skill-based matchmaking, so thank God for that. It's just, yeah, the monetization, the game's roadmap for armor customizations, and even map design and game modes coming in, I'm a little concerned. It's a live service game, but it lacks so much. Like, it's missing a lot of core features. Where's Infected? Where's Flood? Or you can do other game modes like that. Like, and you can't even select the playlist. Like, overall, the game is wonderful. It's fantastic, and you can have a lot of fun with people in this game. The multiplayer feels flushed out and smooth. It runs really, really, really well. It's just the battle pass that's really the crippling flaw in this game. And this is the first time I'm making a video like this on our channel. We normally don't. Like, we just do gameplay channels, but it's sad because being a fan of the game series, like, I survived Halo 5. When there was no couch co-op, we were done. We didn't touch it. But then when the Master Chief Collection came out, Shred and Owned, we all played together. It just sucks that the game's launching without couch co-op. It's launching without a majority of our features. It says it's free to play, but it feels absolutely like everything I want is behind a freaking paywall. And it defeats the purpose of what 343 was stating, saying that your Spartan is unique from the others. It's not a grind. It feels like an absolute grind, and it actually ruins the game. It really does for me. Like, the challenges in multiplayer are horrendous. They don't feel fun. I feel like I have to change my playstyle in order to meet the challenge requirements. And you can say, oh, but it's just challenges. It's optional. Well, no, if you're a free to play player, the only way you're going to unlock skins and armor is through that. So it just defeats the purpose of making these challenges fun. You should just do challenge game modes like getting a number of kills, doing a number of points, objectives by the end of the week, something like that. Or even play 3 games of Slayer. You could have something as simple as that. You know, where I'm just passively playing and then unlocking, going, oh, wow, I unlocked that, you know? That's it for this one. Honestly, thank you for watching, and thank you for supporting our channel. It's been amazing, and it's fun. It's really fun to be able to do this with you guys, so thank you so much. That's all for this rant review type thing. Yeah, I just really hope Halo Infinite does really well. I'm hoping 343 can make massive changes before the game's launch, but I don't know, with December 8th getting closer, it just seems so far away, you know? We'll see how the game turns out, but that's it for this one. Like and subscribe, and thank you guys.